없어졌는데요? 넓게 이제 펼치고 싸우는 폭풍 맞을 수밖에 없어요.
네.
여기서 확실하게 끝내겠다는 거예요.
조성 투기 도착하고
완성!
제재! 여기 됐습니다. 네.
공격선
파! 이거 폭풍 없이 지금 싸우면 안 되죠, 프로토스는?
몸으로 싸우는 거예요.
밀어버리는데요, 조성주!
밀어붙여 제재! 뭐 같았어요? 그래도 붙었어요 앞으로.
야, 조성주!
지어머리 한 방.
조성주 선수가 그 배운 물건 이러잖아요. 조성주! 젊은 물건들 제재! 공중 못 때리는
이후에 들어가는데요.
단계에서
시원하게 화끈하게 깼어요. 화끈하게 제재. 뭔가 고개가 있었습니다.
떨어지니까 오히려 지금 저거 위험해졌죠. 자, 테란이
들어가죠.
테란이 컨트롤할 여지가 많죠 지금은.
더 잡아야 됩니다. 반파 이상 해야 돼요. 못 내리네요.
어쨌거나 그래도
자, 여기서 뒤로 물러서기 하면서 병력 갉아먹고 있고요.
이건 없죠. 못 쓰죠. 제대로 걸렸어요. 땀금이죠.
자, 일꾼까지
지금 더 달려가는 거는
정리!
일정의 제재. 공시에 도착.
수비하고 싸우는 거예요.
조성주가 많아요. 문제는 똑같은 체제라는 게 문제예요. 만약에 체제가 달랐다.
그렇죠. 수비에서 싸우고 있거든요.
얼마 없어요. 저기요. 이건 사령부.
다 터져요.
이건 본진 사령부가 날아가야 되겠습니다. 먹고 있어요. 제재.
Here at GOMTV.net. Rain is kicking ass, man. He looks absolutely great.
Yeah, it was basically flawless, completely safe play the entire game.
That is so rare to see in pretty much any RTS game, anyways. But especially here at Starcraft 2, he was just bulletproof.
Yeah, and that's
you know, I mean, I could not believe how well he played. So we'll see. I don't know what Rain's going to do in this next game, but I feel like Rain might have to start cheesing.
You know, I'm pretty sure that Maru actually just asked Rain in chat not to 4-0 or something.
Did he?
So I'm not exactly sure. My Korean is getting better, Tasis, but something to that effect. So I think, you know, semi-playful there. I don't think Maru thinks he's going to get 4-0'd, but it's not outside the realm of possibility if Rain continues to play like that.
I think we might have to see a different, I mean, maybe a proxy, maybe an all-in here from Maru. I don't know. I feel like when we add together all the factors of each of these players, I feel like Maru's going to have a very difficult time to actually beat Rain in a best of 7, not take a game or two off, but get more wins and losses in a series like this.
Yeah, that's it's pretty impossible. I'll tell you, Rain, as far as his PvT goes, like you have to be a complete monster with your macro. I think it's the really only way to do it. Like the only Terran I can think of off the top of my head that has a real good chance against him is probably Innovation. You know?
Yeah.
Like maybe like a Flash type where it's just like the most insane mechanics, but I think that's the only real way to battle against Rain. So I really want to see either like a really crazy, weird strategy that Rain just might get caught off guard by, or
one of these like gimmick builds.
Go 3 command centers before your barracks or something. Like do something crazy.
I think his best bet is actually to do a greedy economic build. That'll give him a lead, and then if Rain finds out, it might be too late or something like that. But again, I mean, it's a tricky situation.
It certainly is. Well, we'll see what he has planned in a moment here, Tasis. Anaconda, definitely a map that something can be done. If he doesn't win this, I'm going to feel very bad for him because Belshir, I think, is one of the better maps for PvT.
Yeah. Well, this can snowball very quickly if he loses here. This is probably one of the most pivotal maps.
I think
for the entire series.
I think it is
now
the
that he's
most
down
pivotal.
one game. Now that he's down this one game, this map is so important specifically because the next map is Belshire.
Yeah, and I think that's
And we haven't
Rain
even-
favored. And then I mean, Star Station is 4th, but if you're already down 3-0,
Star Station I actually would give to Maru. I think he'll win on that.
there's
That map
a good
suits his
chance.
play style.
But will he win the series if he's 0-3 going into that first win?
That's a good question. I think the answer would still be no. But, crazier things have happened. Maru beat Innovation. What? I mean, even look at the round of 32, and we had who's going out Fantasy and some of these other great players, Jungbi.
Yeah.
A lot of upsets in this tournament. So we could have a big upset final. I don't know. It's always possible.
Well, look, there's been a lot of finals in the past where it's like 3-0 and one favor, and we're like, all right, well, a lot of people probably turning the stream off, going to bed right now, and then it comes back to the 7th game, and that's not outside the realm of possibility. It looked like in the last GSL Code S finals that Innovation was going to 4-0 Sulky, and then Sulky actually came back and won. So,
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows? Could be.
Well, it looks like the countdown has begun. Maru against Rain. Will we have a 2-time OSL champion? Or are we going to have the first Royal Rotor here, a super young champion? We're going to find out soon here. Our map again is going to be Anaconda. I'm Tasis and these are Tosis. We are Tastosis, the casting Archon here in Seoul, Korea, the mecca of esports. We're bringing you the best StarCraft 2 action you could ever ask for here at GOMTV.net. I almost synced up the outro right. All right. In the upper left, we have our Terran player. He's probably going to have to change his play style. Let's see if he can do that in this game. He is
Master Maru Prime.
his opponent, the Protoss player that played the perfect game here in game number 1. Let's see how he fares here in game number 2. He is
Grandmaster SK Telecom T1 Ray.
I ever tell you, I don't think I ever brought this up to your toast. There was this time, they got this new zoom out feature where you can zoom out farther than you could before, but it was one of these times when I was casting it, like I didn't realize it was zoomed out, and I'm like, I never noticed how small. It's just, I was like, the game always seemed like much more up close to me when I played. I'm like, that's so weird. Then I'm like, oh, he's zoomed out. That's so weird. Okay, it's like one of these moments where I'm like, I don't know why I'm having this weird experience right now, but
Yeah. I actually way back because there was like.
do you remember?
What game was this? Maybe like Warcraft 3 or something. When they first had that thing where you could actually kind of go next to it, like instead of being above the game, you
what are
could
you talking
kinda,
about?
Where you could like zoom down,
in?
like
Oh,
that,
yeah, with
like
the end key or
something
the,
like that. But there was like degrees of it that could be done with the mouse wheel.
Oh, the scroll,
on,
yeah,
like,
the wheel,
I think it was Warcraft 3 was when this happened to me, and like I had it like just one
Slightly
notch down,
zoomed in, yeah,
and I was like, this feels really weird to play this today. I'm like, this.
What's
I wasn't
today,
playing a lot.
yeah.
I just got in the game, and I'm like, this is
a little weird. Something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like I'm misclicking a lot more than normal.
you remember? Let me check on your key. Which key is it? Is it page up and page down?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
No, delete and insert. We can rotate the screen. You remember? I want to find the first pro game we can tape down the insert key and you can play.
Yeah.
With the camera rotated.
That would be.
That would
break
crazy.
your brain to watch him
man.
play.
Oh man.
All right, so we actually have Maru open up with a tech build here. Very fast factory, so fast, in fact, the probe gets to see it. And Rain is grabbing a second gas in response to this, which is a really, really good idea. By getting that second gas, he can also tech up, because if you don't grab the second gas, then there's a chance that they can do something to you. But if you do, you can grab a starport or a robo very quickly. Yep. You can go for a stalker and a mothership core. There's like basically you'll have a lot more defensive options. And even though you're going to be a little bit slower in your expansion, you know they're going to be slow in their expansion as well, so it's not a big deal.
All right, we're still very early on in this game. As Artosis pointed out, there's a lot of different options available here, actually, for the Protoss. I wonder, if we see a win, what kind of game is it going to be here? We got 2 Hellions now being made.
This is exactly what it's going to be. Like I was saying before, I don't think Widow Mines are ever going to work against Rain. I think that Hellions are the way to go.
I feel like Widow Mines in general. I remember when the Widow Mine first came out, when it was like in the beta of HOTS, and I'm like, I can't believe Blizzard let this thing be in the game. Like,
I know.
This is ridiculous. But eventually you get used to it, and you learn how to time out, when it's reloading and stuff like that. But I was going somewhere with this idea the other day, and I ran out of gas.
Wow.
But what I wanted to say was, it seems like a unit nowadays that, in this matchup at least, it's only good if you catch them off guard. If you catch them with their pants down.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, Tasteless? This keeps happening. Like, look at these 2 Hellions get in here, but he has enough Stalkers in a Mothership Core to stop this.
Did he even get a kill there?
Yeah, he got like 2 maybe. Yeah, he got 2 right there. Or no, I guess he got 1 because another probe went up to scout. But the scouting probe that got in actually was a big issue here because Rain scouted everything out again. He's really going to be ready for this drop, I would say.
All right, so the medevac is moving out now. Now, one danger about playing like this, well, I guess this is just StarCraft fundamentals, but one thing you got to keep in mind is if you're going for an early drop, and it doesn't do damage, or even worse, if you lose the medevac and all the units, you are so behind.
Yeah.
It is so difficult to recover from that.
Yeah, he has to do something here.
Yeah.
He's actually getting a Banshee as well. Still hasn't started his own command center. Probably is going to do that very soon. But will he actually get any damage done? I think what's going to happen is probably just a Photon Overcharge is going to go down. He's going to have to back out.
I think you're right. Let's see if that's going to be the case here. The drop has now come in.
And yeah,
he should really target down that medevac. Oh my god, there's Hellions coming in here too.
Oh, that was really smart. Nice move there. And
whoa,
how many will he end up killing? You know what? He killed 5 more probes with that, but
that's not enough.
No,
that's not enough.
You're quite right on that. 8 probes lost, but well, it's 20 probes against 22 SCVs. The thing is, with the second Nexus done, he's going to be able to rebuild them pretty quick. I think this Banshee is actually the crucial piece because for me right now, it's a little bit borderline.
Yeah,
because that is pretty low on probes. And actually, you know what? He's going for a kill right now. I just realized that he's not making anything. He's just going to go with his Stalker. So.
Oh my God! He actually got the wall and was slamming down here. So he actually ended up locking himself outside of his base. There's 2 Stalkers in here.
Yeah, I think that was maybe a defensive move. It looks like Maru tried to actually kill Rain off, or his Stalkers off with that. But look at this, really great placement using those Stalker range. And,
yeah, this is actually really good here by Rain, and I think, I mean, this. Okay, well, hold that thought though. The Banshee's coming in here now. No, we don't have to talk to the Banshee. Never mind, that got driven out. That was not exciting. So the Stalkers are coming in here now, and a lot of damage being, impressed here on Maru, who is only just now going to try to get his second base up here. Meanwhile, you see Rain continuing to attack the rocks over there at the entrance.
And he ended up killing 8 SCVs himself with that little attack, so that little attack was pretty good. We're actually at 25 probes to 20 SCVs, so it's actually kind of a bit even now. A really weird opening, but
yeah.
This is the type of idea that Maru needs to bring to the table if he wants to win this match.
Yes. Very true. Now we got another drop coming in here now, and these Hellions could do a lot of damage to the economy. The Banshee will go down! And now the drop is going to be pushed back out.
And Rain just absolutely deflecting everything. It's as if Rain isn't Rain, but Maru is Rain, and Rain has an umbrella.
Whoa. We had to have at least one of those jokes in this cast, didn't we?
I had to do it. It's not my fault.
All right, nice kiting here with these Stalkers. He's trying to do as much damage as he possibly can before they're eventually picked off. Is he going to go for that Banshee again? Nope.
Looks like he's going to try to kill the Hellion. Ooh, he got it.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
Woo! Whoa!
Another command center going down.
So he's got
yeah. This is a weird game and a weird cast.
Yes, it is. So we have the another Banshee coming in here now. But more importantly, this drop over here is now commencing. And it looks like he's going to not quite do enough damage. Those weird force fields, by the way.
The sentries were a bit out of range when he wanted to cast those.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, these Hellions are starting to kill some more probes, and every single probe he gets is really helping out. But Look at
15
that.
to 8.
Yeah, not so bad.
No, not so bad at all.
And you know what's really cool that I really like is the fact that he's getting a Raven. Because with a Raven out, it's the most annoying thing as a Protoss that likes observer stasis, let me tell you. When I see a Raven, I just tech up to high temperatures for feedback because I want to kill that little guy.
All right, the Banshee's getting driven out here. Actually, I gotta say, when I was playing a little bit off, you should know the timing to know that he can't even attack then.
Yeah, in fact, you can see the dotted line.
Exactly, yeah. So I think Maru's a little bit off right now. And this counterattack, this is one of the dangers about drops, we sort of brushed upon briefly, is that if you don't do enough damage, the counterattack can just be too strong.
And look at this, he's going for it, Tasis. And he breaks down that bunker with his Guardian Shield. He's doing a great job. Microing these Stalkers
up
back.
here, or one siege tank it looked like. Am I crazy? Yeah, there was one siege tank up there.
So that one siege tank actually definitely can change everything here. Siege tank ridiculously good against Stalkers.
Too much. I think there's just too much of Protoss everything here. I mean, the auto turret's helpful, but he just walks away from it.
Yeah, maybe the case. He did get that siege tank as well. There's nothing left to really attack these Stalkers with the Banshee coming home. But I don't know if any of this is really going to work out for him.
Yeah. That was the Tech Lab getting hit here. And, the problem is he's pried open the Terran's entrance, so now more Stalkers can just run in here. The second bunker that's been made actually does not cover the bottom of that ramp over there. Oh, nice job just running here, hitting these medevacs.
Well, it looks like Rain. I think this is going to be critical damage, Tasteless.
I think
as
this
you
is
were
it,
saying.
yeah.
Like this is, he can just target basically anything with this because Maru is not even mining at this point. His supply is absolutely plummeting.
Yeah, and in situations like this, normally if you get the Stalkers behind the minerals and they can't win the fight, that's when the game just ends. I think about this right now. Rain is mining off 2 bases. And Maru has his expansion base that he's mining from, but I mean the amount of damage that he's absorbing here is pretty significant.
Yeah, I would certainly say so. Looks like he's going to drive away these couple of Stalkers, but in his expansion, losing a lot of SCVs there and a lot of mining time as well.
Yeah. This is a slow, painful death here of Maru right now. It's 36 supply to 66.
Yeah.
And we are just below the 15-minute marker.
It certainly is a slow, painful death, Tasis. He's still trying to stay alive. We actually have Stalkers like kind of coming up and flanking Marines at this point. Not something you see every day, but Maru, he's kind of stabilizing.
Maru's hanging on here, but I just don't know.
He has no economy.
I don't know if you hold this off. He's like, all right, now I'm going to do that strategy I wanted to do and win. I mean, he's taking so much damage here.
Yeah.
And it's continuing to take so much damage. And by the way, things are streamlined back in Rain's base. It's not even like he's so preoccupied microing he can't do stuff back at home. He's actually teching properly. He's doing everything perfectly.
Oh, that's certainly the case, Tasteless. If maybe he had gone up to thousands of minerals during this, missed all his pylons, that's what I probably would have done. But maybe Maru could do some sort of counter push because, and I think I know exactly what he's going to do from here. He's just going to do a Marine Siege Tank Medevac SCV all in, which is not a bad call at all. But Rain has already teched up 2 Colossus, so as long as he gets a Colossus or 2 out, he should be able to hold.
All right, Stalkers now chasing, being chased out here. But again, even though, for instance, these units are not being killed off here, it's the medevac energy that's lost. It all adds up in the end.
Yeah, it is smart for Maru though here to at least go and give it a try.
Of course, yeah.
Why not?
Well, and it's also much easier for us as spectators to see how behind he is. We can see every part of how behind he is. That sucks.
Yeah.
So
like, well, there's only 3 Stalkers back there, then there's 6.
So, again, he's going to try to regroup here with his army. Nice micro. That was nice micro.
Yeah. He did get the medevac, though. He's really slowing this down, and this attack that he wants to do is not even going to end up being able to work. Rain is at twice the supply. Oh my god, this is just... Maru's just going to have to GG very shortly here. Yeah,
well, he has that Colossi army and the rest of that coming up here through the bottom, so... or through the upper right, I should say, not the bottom. Yeah, I mean, this should be GG. It's not the most climactic GG we've seen. Now it's going to see if he can't snipe that command center. The SCV is now going to try to repair that. Another attack over here at the entrance to Maru's base. Maru's done a good job holding on, but, staying alive just doesn't cut it.
Yeah, he's really good at staying alive.
GG, there we go.
Wow. All right. You know what? That game, a lot closer for Maru. A really good plan. And I want to say, Tasteless, if he had knocked down those rocks before the 2 Stalkers got up, I think he could have won that game.
Well, that was a game where we had battles going on for like a long period of time. And it's slowly, like waves on a rock, I don't know my metaphors.
No, it's a pretty bad one. Like sand on the beach.
Yes, something like that. No, he whittled him down, and eventually there was nothing left for Maru. We'll see what happens in game number 3. But again, like we said, that was a pivotal map because this next map should favor Rain for his play style and just the matchup in general.
It is so true, Tasteless.
Now, here's a question. Does Maru just completely shift gears and start doing all-ins?
I don't think you're going to get Rain with an all-in on this map.
I think that I'm not saying that will work. I'm saying, do you think Maru's going to do that? Because I'm starting to think there's not a lot of other options right now that Maru has left.
Well, I would love to see him try. I don't even know what I'd love to see him try. Like, just the greediest possible thing. Like,
it's
3 command centers and 3 eBays. Like, he's getting building armor too or something. Like, just
it's. I don't know what exactly he can.
I think actually
to win right now. This is very one-sided series so far. 2 very different builds here from Maru.
I think play like what he just did is actually the smart way to go, like a Hellion-based type of cheesy play. Because
harass.
Rain always kind of does the same things. Like, for instance, when he sees a very early tech-heavy harass, he always proxies a pylon and counters you with Stalkers the second he cleans it up. And that's what he did. And that's actually what killed all those SCVs for Maru and let Rain catch up.
Yeah.
But even after that, Maru did some significant damage. So Maru almost was foolproof there. It was like it was closer to being a Maru victory than it really looked like.
Well said. Looks like both players are in the game, so we should be starting this pretty soon. If you're just now tuning in, this is a piggybacked broadcast. We're here at GOMTV.net, but the players are in the not the on-game net studio. They're actually in a conventional hall. Is that like right next to this?
Yeah. It's at Coex, yeah.
Coex, all right, wow. So they're down the street right now. Yep.
About 10 minutes from here.
They're 10 minutes from here, yeah, from our studio. But this also means that we don't actually, the Golem staff does not start the game, so we have to wait until on game net's ready and whatever the parts of their production they have before they start the game. We're done, and then we start. So we might be talking for a little bit. We could be.
Well, this is, for me, this is the deciding game. Maru has to win this, Tasteless. When you're down 0-3,
I mean, that would be really cool if he came back and won the next 4 games, but it's also pretty improbable, so we'll have to see. I don't think Maru's going to win, man.
No. Well,
this is just not looking like an even fight.
I always have to think back now to Innovation Sulky Day, where Innovation is up 3-0, and we're like, he's not going to lose 4 games in a row. Yeah, he's Innovation, the best player in the world, and then he does.
Hey, crazy stuff happens. I hope it does. It's just, it wouldn't be crazy unless it almost never happened, So I hope.
I guess that is what makes it crazy, isn't it?
I think
the fact that it doesn't happen too often.
I think so.
Well, it looks like we're starting the game.
Or that it's not sane. So it looks like the countdown is now started. Actually, the game's now loading. Again, it's a 1-on-1 map, Belshire Vestige, excuse me. So there's a lot of different strategies we could see on a map like this. I don't know. But get ready because it looks like we're just going to throw this game up on screen. All right, I wasn't sure if we we're going to get any zoom